people to take advantage
Pat
of
W., the all-time greatest intern.
Yeah.
Did he ever get hired after that or no?
No.
God damn it, that was a fucking shame. Pat was great.
But there's also, Pat was great and provided a major value.
Oh, he was dedicated and funny.
But at the same time, like, the guys on the radio weren't doing the hiring.
Not at all, we were not.
The executives were, though.
That's right.
And so, like, you have to figure out, like, how do I provide a value to both, not just to the guys on the air. And really, I mean, if the executives had any brains, they would realize that providing a value on the air is the value, right?
Is absolutely.
Plus, if we were in charge of hiring, interns to full-time positions, we all know who would be working here.
Oh, yeah. Supreme intern.
Oh, boy,
and by the way, Pat Duffy was
got.
not the greatest intern of all time, second greatest.
I still give it to Pat, even though David did provide endless entertainment. Pat brushed his teeth with dog shit and allowed an obese diabetic to vomit on him.
Yeah.
There'd be never anyone better than Pat Duffy.
Yeah, but David never got voted off the island.
Right, no.
David was also, would you want to have David back?
You know why David was so great?
Why?
Pat Duffy was like, because Pat Duffy, even though he provided such value on the air because of the stuff he did, he was like, amicable behind the scenes. Like, everybody got well, there was times when I didn't get along with him, which was documented, but everybody
wanted to beat the shit out of you.
Right.
So everyone else on the staff.
It's just my fault anyway. It's what I decided to do at the time. But generally speaking, like, we all got along behind the scenes, and we all got along with Pat. The thing that made David so valuable was that he drove everybody fucking crazy. Everybody on the air, off the air. There was no cutoff. He drove everybody insane.
If you could have him hired, would you?
In a heartbeat. I would give him my job. And I would take whatever role.
You enjoyed him.
Loved him.
I did too.
More than any other person I've ever worked around.
Yeah, I love David too. He was, God, he was funny.
He was so much fun.
Can't we get him in to talk?
He won't talk. He feels like, I think his parents did a number on him, but he won't. Intern David will not talk to us. He runs away when he sees anybody associated with the show. Literally. Like, if you see him on the street and you mention the show.
I think he would stop and say,
No,
he will physically run away.
He's done it. He runs away. Like, if
he does it to people at the World Trade Center all the time.
Yeah. He spent his first 3 weeks of his internship wearing a t-shirt that was too big for him that said young, dumb, and full of cum. Because I told him it was his work uniform.
He called stunt brain cunt brain. He is the greatest. I loved him.
God damn, yeah, he really was entertaining.
Yeah, we gave him an office.
Yeah, we gave him an office, made him the executive intern.
When he had to rate the other, were they annoyed when he was rating them?
The rest of that intern class hated him so much. They loathed him because he took it all. It was all legit to him. Everything was a shoot to David. So, like, he would sit there and he would look down on the other interns, like, off the air. They'd be like, you're not actually, there's no such thing as an executive intern. And he would do his David pause. No. Sam said I was. He said, I'm the executive intern. There is a thing.
Do you remember how much he hated being touched? Which is probably a little bit of autism, and he make that, like, the weird face. If you would go David, he'd just go, her.
He'd physically twitch.
Recoil?
Yeah, recoil.
But it was just like, it wasn't even a bullying touch. It was just like if you touch him on the shoulder, like, David, he'd go, her.
Yeah, right there. Look, you can see how uncomfortable he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and him were taking a photo together, and I had my arm around him, and as every human does in a photo, and he's got like my smile when I'm goofing and making a bad smile.
He's just trying to ignore it. Yeah, he was the best.
All that executive intern stuff is on YouTube.
It is?
Yeah.
Do you ever listen to it?
Yeah.
Do you love it?
Yeah.
Did the other end, oh my God, him and Bobo doing their show. Oh, Bobo, hey, Bobo. He kept saying
Bobo.
Bobo.
No, Bobo. Yeah. And then we gave him a badass makeover.
That's right. It was 2009. Can you believe that's that many years ago?
Oh, man.
2009.
He was so good. He left his Facebook open, remember? We saw him messaging with women.
Oh, there he is spying on Steve.
Steve used to shut it. Steve would have an office inside. Steve was our executive producer at the time. And he'd have an office inside our office with a door.
Was that K-Rock or?
At K-Rock,
Yeah, it was Gary's old office.
Yeah. And so he would shut the door and go on phone calls and stuff. So we'd have David use the old trick like from an 80s movie. He would put a cup on the door and then put his ear to the cup. But every time he would do it loud enough that you could clearly, in the other room, hear the sound of a cup hitting the door. So Steve knew that David was just spying on him. And then I believe we would take photos like this and then text them to Steve while he was shut in his office.
There's a 24 video playlist called The Legend of Intern David.
Oh my God.
Would you listen to all of it?
Yeah. I haven't heard any of it.
That's a great,
It's been years.
I mean, that's like,
I can't believe that's 2009, man.
that's like ideal road trip material.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Like
Intern David reviews other interns. Ant is annoyed at Intern David.
Why was Ant annoyed at
Intern David remember when he would interrupt Ron and Fez?
Yeah, when
Ron hated it.
Well, Jim was like really encouraging him.
Was I?
Yeah, you really encouraged him quite a bit. You said that Ron had talked to you and wanted David to go in and interrupt the show. And we made him go in like he was throwing a parade with a megaphone. In the middle of Ron and Fez, David had to go in and like, we'd tell him to wait until they were on the air for about a half hour. And then David would march in yelling into a megaphone in the middle of the show. And they would have to have him physically removed from the building.
Was Ron amused?
Hey, no, not even a little bit. He wanted no part of our chicanery. And neither would I, quite frankly, but,
Did we have a moment of Ron yelling at David?
Let me find it.
Yeah.
Just a second of it.
There's so much stuff that you would have to look through.
It says right here, Ron Bennington versus Intern David. It's an hour-long YouTube clip.
And I guess
this is 40 minutes. Okay.
This would be a good example of like, Intern David not ending up, working here for whatever reason.
We fought for him.
We did.
We wanted him hired.
Yeah, even we were like, put him in as a board op, we were trying to get him a job in the mail room. And for whatever reason, they just wouldn't do it here. Can you imagine if he would still be sent? He would not have grown from that position at all. He would literally still be coming in and passing out mail. And I would send, if I knew Intern David was working our mail room, I would write letters to myself just so he would have to drop them off and I could interact with him.
Yeah, he was, got a clip of David and Ron. Okay, great.
Yeah, let's hear. This was Intern
2009?
David. He was our intern in 2009 when we were at XM. And, that's when Ron and Fez were on our channel right after.
And he was here too, though.
Yeah, when
this was during the merger or no?
When we moved, when we moved, he started with us at XM, and then he was with that first crop of interns that moved with us.
Did he have two internships?
No, yeah. We kept him as long as possible. He did at least 2 semesters.
You know who got a job out of it? Remember Jackie, that cute intern?
Yeah, she's in,
she works for Brother Weeze now. She got a job up there in Rochester.
Yeah.
A lot of people. Lily had gotten a job with Brother Weeze.
Yep.
Starting as an intern, I think.
Yep.
Or no, she might have got hired by XM.
No, she got hired.
By XM. Was she an intern first?
She was an intern first at XM.
Okay.
No, there are a lot of people who've gotten hired. And if you go around like and see part-time board ops and stuff and the people who work here, you'd be surprised how many.
Yeah.
Like the kid, we had an intern, that lasted about 2 weeks.
I remember him, playa.
Because I sent him out to do Man on the Street audio, and his idea was just to ask people about tomatoes, because I guess it was a news story, and it was the worst, and I told him it was a great idea, and it was the worst, and I helped him edit it and presented it to you guys on the air.
Did you know it wouldn't go over well?
It was the worst Man on the Street audio I'd ever heard. But you ended up not only telling him how bad that was, but asking him about his masturbatory habits and being a virgin and all this stuff, and he completely cracked and quit.
Why?
He didn't like it, but then he kind of got over it and stepped back into things, and now he works here.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Does he hate me?
No, he's cool. He approached me a few months back. He's cool about it.
Hope so. That's what we do on the air.
Yeah. No. He's totally cool about it.
On the air, all bets are off.
Yeah.
You know, it's got to be good.
Yeah, it's entertainment.
People are probably pointing out all the instances where it wasn't good.
Yeah, apparently doesn't.
Oh, who's fucking Mr. Big Shot on the phone with? I don't like Derek's confident I'm on the phone walk.
Yeah, who's he talking? Go find out who Derek's
I don't like that. Look at his fucking hiney shaking. His ass shakes so much, his little thing is, yell at him, who's he talking to?
Yeah, just yell.
Who are you talking to?
If that clip's not good, I have a clip of Ron furiously throwing David out.
Okay, let's just listen to...
Okay.
Let's just listen to Travis's clip.
Okay, Travis got a clip.
It's got a little bit of a setup, so just stay with it.
Word him up, Doc.
We're just curious who you're talking to.
Yeah. What are our breath kissed? Big kiss.
I can't take it anymore, Fez. It's going on too long. You and that fucking witch doctor, psychiatrist have done nothing to get better. And you have now taken me to the point of aggravation. I can't put up with it anymore. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you.
I've had regressions, yes, I'll admit that. But, you know,
You think I'm fucking around. You think that... What's this thing doing in here? Throw this motherfucker out! Throw this motherfucker out! Throw this son of a bitch out! Throw him out! Throw him out! Fuck out of here! We just threw out David, the O&A intern. Tried to come walking in here in a good mood.
You may need a new pair of Hagar slacks.
He really shook up David. I remember we had him come in and he interrupted Run and Fez the next day as well. It took him a lot of convincing to go back in there because he was violently mad.
When were you feeding him lines to give the porn girls?
Oh, I have some of those.
Do you?
Yeah.
Hang on.
What was I was in his headphones, right?
I'll just play some for you.
David, you would be so kind and allow yourself to show everyone your fart box.
I have another one.
Would you just show us, please? Would you just show us your cunt, you shiksa?
You shiksa. You shiksa.
Look, you put it that way.
Play that again, please. That one.
Hang on.
Would you just show us, please? Would you just show us your cunt, you shiksa?
Look, you put it that way.
Oh.
What's the most dicks you would stick in your fart box?
Holy shit. I can't believe you fucking did it again.
I really never, I think writing for some of the people was my favorite thing I ever did on that show. I loved this stuff.
God damn, it's funny.
You want one more?
Yes, I do.
Would you suck my cock like a vacuum? And you know how a vacuum works, you godless whore.
The live audience at XM?
Yeah.
That's how we met Bobo.
Was that how we met Bobo?
Yeah, he was in the audience.
That's how we met Big A?
It was the day after the animation festival.
Yeah.
And somebody mentioned that this guy that was in the audience that night and then at the show was showing people like a photo of his dead dog or something.
Was it Mr. Malonigans?
No, unfortunately.
And that was how we met Big A. He was on the line outside. Danny Ross was outside. Mm-hmm. And I think Opie goes, wait, go back. Get that guy. Like you heard the voice.
Yeah.
And then Andrew was like, bring him up.
Yeah.
But I remember Pat from Moonaki, who I miss a lot.
Yeah.
His first time, he bombed so bad. I'll never forget Ant hitting the multiple. Every time he talked, it was fucking, he car crashed so many times his first appearance. He was in stuff, and I think he couldn't hear because he didn't have headphones on.
So he just kept plowing through.
He kept plowing through, and Ant just kept car crashing him. God, it was so funny.
Great. It's great.
What year was that? Is that 2006? 2005 maybe?
2005, probably.